Got something in the mail I'm going to show you guys. Hey guys, it's Monday morning and I've got a dozen eBay orders to ship out today. Let's get to work. All right, first bin we're pulling is F1. I sold 3 more of these battery holders. These things have been selling really quick. 3 different orders, each one sold for $10.99, free shipping. Next is this Magnavox DVD VCR combo, and it is a DVD recorder. I didn't have the remote for it, but it's still sold for $89.99 plus shipping. Keep an eye out for these because they do really well. And usually it'll say DVD recorder on the front, and Magnavox is one of the best brands to sell of these. All right, next is here an H6. I just listed this the other day. This is a Sony camcorder. It's a vintage one. Video 8. I could have gotten more for this, but the handle is starting to break right here. You can kind of see that crack. So I made sure I took pictures of that and listed that in the description of what was wrong with it. But even like it is, it sold for $59.99 plus shipping. All right, next is down here an E5. These are battery, charger, and adapter combos. So these charge a White's battery, this part right here, and then this plugs into the wall with it. I actually sold 2 lots of these for my mother-in-law, and each one sold for $29.99 plus shipping. All right, next is some bulbs. I got a ton of these at a garage sale last year for like $2, so I'm into each one just for some pennies. I sold the 918 white bulbs. I think it's these right here. It is 2 packs of 2, and they sold for $9.99 free shipping. All right, next is a couple more things I just listed. First is this Newport Cigarettes t-shirt that I just picked up for $2. This sold for $21.99 free shipping. And next is this Capri ashtray that I got for $1 at that estate sale. This sold for $14.99 plus shipping. And this is going out to viewer named Wesley. Wesley, thank you for the business. I really appreciate it. All right, I sold another metal detector for my mother-in-law, the same as the last one that just sold. And this one also sold for $124.99 plus shipping. And I sold another VCR that didn't have a remote. This JVC right here. This sold for $34.99 plus shipping. Got something in the mail I'm going to show you guys. These are vintage candy bar patches, and there are a lot of them. A viewer by the name of Micah reached out to me about these. There are about 200 total. There's about 65 or so of these Reese's, and there's about 140 of these crackle patches. I paid $100 shipped for all these, so I'm into them for 50 cents a piece, and I'm gonna be selling them around $10 to $11 each. Micah, thank you for selling those to me. And guys, I want to talk about these a little bit because I'm going to be selling them for $10 or $11 and they're going to be free shipping. Questions I get asked a lot are, why do you do free shipping and why do you sell $10 items? And something like this is a great example. I really don't do free shipping on a lot of things. It's only if it's really light, you know, like 5-6 ounces or less, and I can pretty much predict what the shipping cost is going to be because it's going to go first class, and these qualify for that. So these are going to ship at a 3-ounce rate. It's going to be under $3 pretty much no matter where it goes. If it goes to California, it might be a little over $3, but average shipping cost is going to be about $3. After shipping, eBay fees, and the cost of the item, I'm going to profit about $5 to $6 each on these. It doesn't sound like a lot of money to profit on an item, but for 200 products, I only have to make 2 listings, which will take me a total of about 10 minutes. And then to ship these out is going to take me less than a minute, pop it in a bubble mailer, seal it, and it's good to go. This is the kind of product where there's little to no work involved, to where you can stand to sell it for about $10 and you're really not losing a lot of time invested into testing it, and shipping it, and packing it. There's no testing involved. There's probably little to zero return risk with these things. So whenever you're looking to sell something, you just got to take a lot of that into account. It's usually not a good idea to sell something for $10, and then on top of that, not a good idea to include free shipping, but this is one of those cases where it's going to be worth it for me. Since I have so many of those patches, I'm going to do a volume discount if the buyer buys more than one. So you can't do this in the app. You got to do it on a desktop, but basically you just scroll down near the bottom. You see volume pricing, offer a discount when buyers purchase more than one item at a time. So we're going to do that. So you got buy 2 or more, 3 or more, 4 or more, and you can give discounts accordingly. So we'll do 10% off 2 or more. We'll do 15% off 3 or more, and we'll do 20% off 4 or more. I could ship multiple of those and they'd still be at the 3-ounce rate. It's a no-brainer to offer a multi-item discount on those and hopefully sell through them a little bit faster. Got 6 things shipping out today, and a handful of them are in storage, so I already went and pulled those. First thing is this respirator mask. This sold for $9.99 plus shipping. I sold that for my mother-in-law. Sold this old Star Wars toothbrush. This is part of that bulk buy I made yesterday, so I probably don't have much into it. It sold for $14.99 free shipping. And these two were also part of that bulk buy yesterday. This is a 1990s G.I. Joe Ninja Force Scarlet figure. This sold for $12.99 plus shipping. And this is 30th anniversary Ghostbusters Lego. This sold for $74.99 plus shipping. 2 more things we got to pull. There is a camera up here. This is a Brownie Flash 620, and it's got the little manual with it too. This is part of that big camera buy I made a few months back, so I've got $3 into it. It sold for $14.99 plus shipping. And the last thing I sold, I think, is tucked away back there. Yeah, this big guy right here. I'm going to pull him out and show him to you guys. This is a Sony DV Cam video cassette recorder. This thing is huge, and it weighs a ton. This is part of that big audio buy I made probably 2 months ago, and I'm slowly getting my money back on it. This sold for $99.99 plus shipping. The buyer who got this just messaged me, and turns out he's a viewer. He was asking about combining shipping, and he wanted to buy another G.I. Joe toy. So I'm going to go get that one in storage and put them both in the same box and refund him the difference on shipping. Both of those are going to go out to Jason. Jason, thank you so much for the business, man. I really appreciate it. And here is the other figure that Jason bought. This one also sold for $12.99 plus shipping. It's Wednesday morning. I've got about 6 orders going out the door today. These here I already pulled from storage. Got this little Game Boy game at a church sale last weekend for 25 cents, and it sold for $27.99 free shipping. This is another thing I'm selling for my mother-in-law. This is a little handheld metal detector. This sold for $29.99 plus shipping. And this Kid Rock shirt I've got about $1 into. This sold for $14.99 plus shipping. All right, over here in F1, sold another battery holder. This sold for $10.99 free shipping. Sold a light pendant down here. I got a number of these. Retail arbitrage, pretty cheap. It was like $4 or $5. I thought they would have sold better than they did. They've just been kind of sitting. This sold for $9.99 plus shipping. And this is going out to a viewer named Joanne. Joanne, thank you for the support. It means a lot. Okay, the last thing we're pulling is an old Cincinnati cup. This thing's really cool. It's got some neat logos on there too. This sold for $16.99 plus shipping. This is also going out to a viewer named Roy bought this, and he wants to give this away on his channel. I think he's going to give away some other stuff too. I'm not really sure. When he hits 1,000 subscribers, and he asked for me to write something on the cup. So if you guys want to see that, go check out his channel. It's RK Treasure Center. And if you want to help him get a little bit closer to 1,000 subs, I'll put the link down below in the description. I'm at my antique mall to refill some inventory, and this weather is gross. It has just been cold and rainy in Cincinnati all week long. And I'm actually leaving for Arizona. My family and I are heading out there for spring training tomorrow, so I cannot wait to get out of this crappy weather. Okay, so here's what I'm bringing in today. I saw that big map in there, so I got some bigger wall pieces. This is a big Reds poster, and this is an antique Gibson Girls print that I got last summer at a garage sale. I need to wipe all these off really good before I bring them in. I got a couple starting lineups. Here's an old Corey Dillon. He was a great running back for the Bengals. Deion Sanders. Ken Griffey Jr. I had this parking meter a while. I thought about like mounting it on some kind of base or something, but I just decided to go ahead and bring it in here and sell it like it is. A couple pennants, Reds and Bengals, Nasty Boys bobblehead, and a couple of baseball bucks. Almost forgot, I just picked this up in a bulk buy. This is an old Gilby's Gin. This was made in Cincinnati, Ohio, and it's probably hard to tell for scale, but This bottle is huge. My favorite thing to do every time I come to the booth is to check the guest book and see if anybody wrote something. Since I've last been here, viewers Danny, Jason, Tim, and Kim have all stopped by and wrote in the guest book. So guys, thank you so much for saying hi, and I really appreciate the support. I picked up this Cleveland Browns autograph photo in that bulk lot buy I just made. There's a lot of glare on this, so I don't know how well you guys can see this, but there's a handful of autographs on here. I'd say maybe 15 total. And whenever you find something that has a lot of autographs and kind of seem daunting, trying to figure out who signed it, because if you look at some of these, I mean, it just kind of looks like chicken scratch. Like, you really can't make out a name. But something that football players typically do is they will write their number when they sign their name. Baseball players seem to rarely do that, but football players do it a lot. So a quick way to determine what the names are and maybe when it was signed is you can go to profootballreference.com. There's also a Pro Baseball Reference, and they've got this handy tool where you can enter a jersey number and then pick a team, and it will tell you every player that has worn that jersey number and when they wore it. And that can give you a starting point. So for instance, with this one, I chose this right here because I could tell that was number 12, easy to read. And it looked like the first letter of the first name is S. So I'm looking on here, and it looks like Cedric Steptoe. He only played for 2008, and that looks like Cedric Steptoe to me. So what I went ahead and did is I went to eBay and looked up Cedric Steptoe, and there's some autographed cards and photos and stuff, and the signatures match up pretty good. So right off the bat, I know this is a 2008 Cleveland Browns autograph photo, so it would make it a lot easier to pinpoint all these other names. It's Thursday morning. I've got 4 things to ship out. First is this tennis racket right here that I just picked up at that church sale. I paid $1 for this, and it sold for $24.99 plus shipping. Quick thing I'm going to point out, I get asked this occasionally about baseball bats and tennis rackets, like whether or not it's worth changing out the grip. 9 times out of 10, I just don't bother with it. Like, this grip is kind of worn, but most people kind of like their own grip. You know, they've got preferences, so more than likely the buyer is going to put their own kind of grip on this. Now, if it's like peeling off in your hands and kind of just like flaky and stuff, then I go ahead and take it off and I put a new one on. But other than that, I usually just leave on whatever's there. Sold another one of those battery chargers for the metal detector. This sold for $29.99 plus shipping. Next is something that I just listed. This is Lego Marvel Superheroes. This is part of that bulk buy I made at David's Warehouse the other day. This sold for $7.99 plus shipping. This is going out to a viewer named John, who says he is a big Reds fan. So John, thank you for the support, and go Reds. Okay, last thing is a camera. Thought it was in here. Maybe it's at the bottom. Here we go. This is an old Jiffy Kodak VP. I really like these cameras. I like the accordion style. This was part of that camera bulk buy, so I've got $3 into this. It sold for $19.99 plus shipping. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.